welcome back. Carrying on our 110 scale shootout. Just unboxing the cars, guys, that I got. I can't remember what I got. So, a bit of a surprise for me, as well as you. Let's have, oh, interesting box. Oh, it's got some, what's that underlay? Foam, yeah. Okay. Right, I knew I'd got a TT-02, because all the other ones so far have been TT-01s. Alright, cool. So this comes as a drift kit from what I believe. Alright guys, I think the rear diff is locked, I'm not sure, but anyway. So yeah, this would have needed assembler. It's a kit, and yeah, it's got the bathtub type chassis, underside, and reduces contact with the surface. They're all quite similar, a lot of these. Right, so that teaches you a bit about how to drift. Alright, and you will need electrics for this. You'll need your transmitter, you'll need a servo, an ESC, and battery and charger. Alright guys, let's have a look. So this is used, so obviously the kit's should have been built. There's one Alex left on there. I hope you're half made. Right, okay, let's see. That's like a receiver box and a motor case cover. Alright, okay, looks a bit dusty, but it is built. Alright. And there we are. Wow, the wheels have had some drifting action. Okay, so when you use wheels outside, that's what happens to them because of the coarse texture of the road. But when you use them on a drift track, they always kind of stay nice and smooth. That's a brush motor, a servo, obviously needs an ESC in there. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking that I don't know how this is, but usually on a drift car you would want to bind up your diff. So if that needs doing, something we can do. But yeah, I'm just interested to see how it will drift. Let me see, will a body fit on it? All the bodies fit on there. Come on. Alright, so is that gonna go? Pretty cool if the bodies do all fit. Yeah, I think this case is just adjusting, moving the post. Oh wow, cool. I like that. I like the fact that it needs to lower it a little bit. But that's pretty cool because that basically means we can have our on-road body and just swap it over to drifting. So we could, if you're doing, that's what I tend to do when I'm doing my mini Z chases. I'll have a drift chassis, and if I need a scene where the cars are zipping it a little bit, I'll opt for a four-wheel drive system that's on road, not just for drifting. I think there's a football game going on in the back, guys. So them kids sound kind of hyper. Must be winning. Why is it not going down lower? What seems to be the problem? But yeah, but I'm so glad they fit, man. So that basically means that these Tamiya chassis are all the same size. They must be a 257. Alright, okay, because the pins are there. Right, it will work. It will go all the way down. TT-02, guys, the shaft is a bit of a different kind of design. I don't really get what that is, but yeah. Is it hidden on the other ones? Let me just check. Alright, okay. It doesn't have the brace on top unless you fit that in as an extra. A lot of people like to, you know, they feel the slop in the steering assembly. Don't feel too bad on that one. And they tighten it up a little bit. So yeah, that's probably the only upgraded part on that as well. But if it performs, that's good. I'm not a fan of their shocks. I don't think they're oil filled. I think they're just friction dampeners, but without any oil. So yeah. So that's pretty interesting. I've got a few. Let me see how that works out, guys. But yeah, but it's a shame that's what happens to your wheels, man. They start to crack after a bit as well when you drift outside. But yep, okay. it'll be nice to see the difference. I'm going to try and drift the on-road cars and then try that with on-road wheels. So try the on-road cars with drift wheels, and try that just to see, is there really a difference, or is it, you know, just hype? You know how they really lock the drifts up. It doesn't seem like it, but yeah, we'll find out. Okay, check it out on the display stand, guys. Let's move on. Okay, guys, here we've got the Tamiya 58584 TT-02, but this is the D Drift Spec chassis, and this is a kit, and basically it's a 4-wheel drive 110 scale version. So it's got the 24mm wide drift wheels, which is supposed to have some special resin compound which help it to drift. I don't know, they look kind of worn out to me. And it's fully ball raced, it's got ball bearings and CVA oil filled super mini shocks. Has it? They look like the normal ones. Okay, this needs some further investigation, right? Okay. Tamiya Sport Tune motor. I'm not going to hype that up, right, guys, because I don't really have much expectation from brushed stuff, but let's see how we get on. It's got the heatsink, yay! And the brake disc shaped wheel hubs. You can kind of see them behind the wheels. Don't really rate that wheel design, but yeah, that's something we can sort out. And the battery holder, which is metal plated, blue metal plated, yeah. And basically, they say that the chassis has 2 different wheelbases, and that's something I need to look into, and tread settings. So yep, that's I don't know anything about that. Can you lengthen it? Can you shorten it? I'll find out. So yeah, and then there's 10 different gear ratios with that. The skid shaped underside, the bathtub type frame, it's supposed to minimise contact with the road surface. I hope so, because that annoys me to no end when you just scrape it all the time. I went to 1/8 scale because of that, because it just annoyed me to no end. Right, got my nerves, man. I mean, I'm talking about the lines on a road, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in a car park, it would catch on them. I'm like, oh man. Anyhow, so hopefully things will move forward in 12 years. And yeah, so because this is a kit, there's no body with it, okay? So you gotta pick your own body, put it on there. That's basically it. Hopefully it does really well. I'm not having great expectations from this, guys. I just think it's gonna need locking up a little bit more, but don't knock it till you try it. Let us see how it goes. Let's take it out for a little burn and, you know, basically see how well it does. I am so tempted to change that motor out, because I like the higher RPM motors, especially to drift if you're going to throw the back end out. But I might be wrong. Maybe the brushed one will do the job. But yeah, watch this space. Let's see. Okay.